If you ever traveled to Europe and asked for water at a restaurant, and the waiter said, "Still or sparkling?" and you just said, "Water," he said it again, "Still or sparkling?" You froze. Meanwhile, your European friend already ordered sparkling. No hesitation, no reaction to the bubbles, just casually sipping fizz like it's completely normal, and you're thinking, do they actually enjoy this? Here's the thing. It's not a preference. It's not a habit. It's something way older than both. Turns out, sparkling water didn't start in a fancy factory. It started with a water supply that was quietly killing people, a volcanic secret hiding underground, and one accidental discovery that changed how an entire continent drinks forever. Today, we're uncovering all of it, and by the end of this video, you'll never look at a water bottle the same way again. But before we get into it, welcome to We Knew That, where everyday things turn out to be way more fascinating than you ever expected. If you're new here, hit subscribe right now, because we drop discoveries like this every single week. All right, back to the bubbles. To understand why Europeans drink sparkling water like it's nothing, we first have to understand one brutal truth about Europe. Just a few hundred years ago, the water was trying to kill people. No exaggeration. Imagine waking up every single day knowing that the river running through your city, the same river everyone uses, is carrying disease. Cholera, typhoid, dysentery. You couldn't just turn on a tap. There were no filters, no treatment, no system. Drinking the wrong water didn't give you a stomach ache, it killed you. So people boiled everything, carried water from far away, rationed it, survived on soups and broths just to avoid drinking anything raw. Life around water was constant, exhausting fear. But then, certain people started noticing something strange. Scattered across Europe, in Germany, France, Italy, Bohemia, certain springs were bubbling up from the ground on their own, already fizzing, already alive. And here's the wild part. People who drank from these springs didn't get sick. They actually felt better. That's when everything changed. Step 1. The volcanic secret underground. So why were these springs safe? Deep beneath parts of Europe, volcanic rock, ancient, pressurized. CO2 from that rock was seeping upward for thousands of years, dissolving into underground water sources. By the time that water reached the surface, it was naturally carbonated, and that CO2 made the water slightly acidic. And slightly acidic water? It's hostile to the bacteria that were killing people. Think of it like this. Regular water is an open door. Anything can walk in. Carbonated water is a locked door. Most harmful bacteria simply can't survive inside it. These springs weren't just water sources. They were the safest thing you could drink in all of Europe. And people figured that out fast. Step 2. When royalty got involved. Here's your first mind-blown moment. European royalty and nobility started making pilgrimages to these natural springs. Spa in Belgium, Karlovy Vary in Bohemia, Baden-Baden in Germany. You know the word spa? It literally comes from one of these spring towns. Emperors went there. Aristocrats built summer palaces next to them. Drinking the bubbling water became associated with healing, with health, with status. It wasn't just water anymore. It was medicine for the wealthy, and entire generations grew up around it. Their taste buds adapted to the tingle, the sharpness, the way bubbles cut through a heavy meal. Sparkling water didn't feel strange to them. It felt like home. Then in 1767, a British scientist named Joseph Priestley figured out how to carbonate water artificially. Suddenly, you didn't need a volcanic spring. You could make the bubbles anywhere. And that's when a preference became an industry. Step 3. The legal trick worth billions. Now here's the part nobody talks about, the money angle. Today, across most of Europe, tap water is completely safe to drink, clean, filtered, government tested. So why is the sparkling water industry worth over $30 billion globally, and Europe is driving most of it? 2 reasons. First, restaurants figured out early that sparkling water sells at a higher margin than still. You sit down, you're offered still or sparkling. The sparkling option quietly costs more every single time. Second, and this is the genius part, the European Union has some of the strictest food labeling laws on the planet. To be labeled natural mineral water in Europe, the source must be legally protected. The mineral content must be naturally consistent. It cannot be chemically treated, ever. So when you pick up a San Pellegrino or a Gerolsteiner, that label isn't just branding. It's a legally verified guarantee that what's inside came from a specific, protected geological source that no factory on Earth can replicate. That's not marketing. That's centuries of trust, backed by law. And Europeans grew up knowing exactly what that label means. So next time you're sitting across from a European, watching them casually sip their sparkling water without flinching, don't think of it as a quirky habit. You're watching the end result of centuries of survival instinct, of volcanic geology shaping an entire continent's taste buds, of royal courts turning dangerous springs into luxury rituals, of a legal system protecting something ancient inside a modern glass bottle. That fizzy water isn't fancy. It's history, science, survival, and one of the smartest legal protections in the food industry, all wrapped up in something you almost didn't order. And that moment when it all clicks? Ah, now we knew. If this changed how you see sparkling water, smash that like button. Subscribe to We Knew That for more everyday objects with extraordinary secrets. Drop a comment with "We knew that" and tell us, what should we investigate next? New discoveries every week. See you in the next one.